Episode 1 is called What Can the Damned Really Say to the Damned? It is very much the recognition of being damned and looking for an answer, and there is no answer.
In the early stages of development of season 1, we were originally going to do the entire first book in one season. And there was always a thought that we would have Louis and Claudia post New Orleans and pre-Paris have this episode of upheaval where they're in the European war theater and they're searching out these vampires.
Louis and Claudia are right in the thick of it. I think it's a very bold way to start. It was really exciting to feel like you're taking these characters completely out of their comfort zone.
Claudia and Louis are at odds with each other because of how season 1 left off.
It's war. It's affecting the blood.
And Louis is kind of trying to earn back Claudia's trust in him, but Claudia's very reluctant to hear it. The scene where I threw the heart at Louis, it was really exciting to film. The guy that played the dead soldier, he was very sweet about everything. He was like, hit me in the chest as hard as you want. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
I had the heart in my hand and then just like preloaded it and then bit into it, and it's just like an explosion of sugar in your mouth. So I spent the rest of the night just buzzing.
If you've committed murder and you've killed somebody you love more than anyone else, that's going to stick with you for a while.
Oui.
And Lestat haunts Louis, and it is a fixation. Louis is never going to shed Lestat.
The way to approach Dreamstat, which is what Jacob called him, I definitely tried to bring as much Louis into that Lestat as I possibly could. He's mimicking his body language.
I do.
He repeats the words that he says in the same way.
I do.
Stop! So you kind of really get the sense that this is also Louis.
I do.
Claudia is looking for where she belongs, where she comes from. Where are there other vampires?
We encounter the Revenant vampire, which is described in the book as a zombie vampire.
Anne Rice's vampires are so human. This is such a departure from these kind of like beautified, glamorous vampires. Also, it's just really fun.
It's a vampire.
No, I'm a vampire. That's catfish with teeth.
The sequence that we're doing today is the Revenant attacking Louis. We got a wire system that's lifting our actor, Jacob, up in the air as if he's being strangled by the neck. And then Claudia does a big wire-assisted leap, lands on his back, rips his eyes out, saves the day. Delaney's really good. She's actually really very handy in a wire.
It's been a lot of fun. I actually really enjoy stunts. I like doing physical things, so the more I could do, the more I wanted to do. A lot of harness work, a lot of leg locking around actors and pulling.
So the trickiest thing is her ripping his eyes out. So our idea for cheating it was to slap her fingers onto his eyes and cover it with the Revenant's hands, and then they drop to their knees, and we use that as a stitch point where we can put in the prosthetic eye makeup and cover it with Delaney's hands.
Eyeballs are kind of in the palm of my hand, and I'm gouging and pop them out. Dirk's amazing, and Dirk's really tall. So when I was looking my legs around him, the harness had to be there. The sounds that he makes as the Revenant and how he embodies it is really amazing.
Claudia!
A woman vampire.
Claudia has never met a vampire that she was fully on board with. And finally meeting this female vampire that she appears to make a connection with is so joyful for her.
Daciana throwing herself in the fire, and it's a brutal moment.
That kind of solidifies everything that Claudia thinks of herself and what it means to be a vampire. It's a lonely life.
the interview becomes more important in season 2. This is the first time that Armand has been in this conversation.
I think Armand is trying to knock Malloy off his game. I think he's trying to frighten Malloy.
May I make an observation?
He lost control of the interview.
Yes.
He's skilled.
He wants you in pieces for the privilege of putting them back together as he sees fit.
It's his job.
It's his drug. Armand wants to protect himself, but also he wants to protect his relationship with Louis and what they have, where he feels he has no choice except to come in sharing the narrative with Louis.
Claudia was entirely broken. She had left a part of herself in Romania. I knew I had to steer her far away from it. I want to say something to you.
In the van on the way to Paris, he's kind of planting a flag in the ground and saying, look, we've been through it. We're going to keep going through it.
We're going to find others like us.
Regardless of what happens, I will be here.
If you were the last vampire on Earth, it would be enough.
Okay.
Okay.